It's Friday, July 14th, 2023, and here's this week's balcony garden update. As you can see, we got some blueberries happening here. Nothing like nice fresh blueberries. And over here, the hot pepper plant. Look at this one. Nice red hot peppers. Very hot. Strawberries aren't looking so great at this one right now. But we'll keep an eye on it. Got some chives here. There's a tomato plant. As you can see, it's budding. No buds on it, so I'm hoping to see some fruit very soon there. This is the cherry tomato one. You can see this is the one that came from the store. It's been producing lots of nice tomatoes for the time being. Doing pretty good. And the last one over here in the corner. If you have a close look, you can see. Yes, that's right. That's from seed, and that's the first one for this year. A little windy up here, but you can see it. Alright. There's the lemon plant. That one keeps continuing to grow, which is nice. A bunch of herbs up here too. And over here you got another budding plant. Have a close look, see if we got any fruit here yet. Doesn't look like it. But the one beside it, have a look at this. That's correct. We got tomatoes. And then here's celery. You can kind of see the celery from here. A lot of leaves though in the celery. You do have a few onions growing this year, so that's pretty good. So here in the corner we have a couple tomato plants. Unfortunately, they don't really seem to be growing this year. It's supposed to be the big tomatoes. Not sure why. Maybe it's the corner. It's not getting enough sunlight. Here. And see this guy? I guess this bee likes oregano. Where'd he go? There he is. He's an oregano bee. Now over here we have the net. There's a potato plant here in the corner. I think I planted a potato there. You can see we've netted off the plants here. And that's to keep the animals out. Ooh, there's weed growing in there. Okay. Go over here. This looks like tomato. This one's cucumber. And over here in the corner we got some ears of corn. Well, here's that onion that we planted before, transplanted here. As you can see, the onions seem to grow everywhere, through everything. And here I planted a potato plant, and look at this. Have a look at that. Isn't that interesting? That should be an interesting one to keep an eye on as well. So here we got a potted cucumber plant. You can see it's got a few little cucumbers on it. Look at those. And I get the two tomato plants here. This one here as well. Closer look at this one, and what do we see? Tomatoes. I'll keep an eye on that. And then the other two potted tomato plants here. You can see the tomatoes starting to grow on them here. There we go. And this one as well. You can see that's also got tomatoes. nice healthy plant as well. It's Friday, August 4th, 2023. Here's this week's balcony garden update. I have to apologize for not getting the updates done the last couple of weeks. It's been very busy times, bad weather, put all that together, and it just hasn't worked the way I wanted it to. I'm going to have a little bit more update today, show you what's going on. And here we go. Welcome to August. Unfortunately, this celery doesn't look so good this year. Take a look at this. I've tried to clean it up, but that one looks okay. This one does not. Bugs and stuff. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It was looking pretty good earlier in the year. There's the bottom of it there. You can see all this stuff growing on it. I wanted to show this here, the cucumber plants. They've had some flowers on them. The flowers should turn into little cucumbers, not always. And there's a lot of dead leaves too. I need to pull those off. They serve no purpose except sucking up water that the plants that are growing need. As you can see, little cucumbers growing, so those should at some point turn into bigger cucumbers. There's one right now. There we go. Have a look at that. I have one growing over here. So over here we have a couple more tomato plants. You can see the stem's pretty healthy on this one here. And some little tomatoes. Looks like the big ones I just showed you. So that's probably the same tomato. These are starting to grow, so keep an eye on those. And this one here appears to be a cherry tomato plant. Look at these beauties. Those are also grown from seed. Imagine that, from one seed we got this whole plant here. And this one looks very, very healthy. You can see it's still got lots of budding on it. You can see we've got some kind of tomatoes growing on it here. You'll see later in the video, it looks like the same tomatoes that are growing at my sister's place. That's very interesting. Hopefully those will start changing colors soon. There's a cherry tomato plant here. I've eaten a lot of the cherry tomatoes off it this year. They're very, very good. So that one has also been a success. And here's another cherry tomato plant. This one was grown from seed. You can see we've got tomatoes on it, so we just need a little bit of time for them to change color, and then we can try those ones. Also growing a bunch of chives this year. And look at these, they've grown wild here. So that's also been a success. I've eaten some of the peppers off this plant. These ones are the ones that grow green. Let's see, there's one right there. That's starting to change color too. See all these nice red ones on here. They're very, very hot. I don't need this leaf here. It serves no purpose. These are amazing hot peppers this year. With blueberry plant. Look at that. Nice blueberries. Never grown blueberries before. This one is a utmost success. So as you can see over here, the animals have eaten through the netting. That's how it appears, which is kind of crazy. Well, at least you got at least a cucumber there. That's pretty cool. And over here is the corns. Look at this. You can see these here. Look how tall these ones have got now. And over here we have a cucumber. Look at that. So we got this guy over here growing. This is all cucumbers here. You can see this one's growing up the fence here. So over here we have more tomato plants, as you can see. These are still growing. You can see the flowering on them and everything. Here we've got tomatoes down here. You can see. See them? Yep, there we go. And more cherry tomatoes up here. Well, this looks like the potato plant here. And then over here we got this cucumber growing. So over here on the side, we've got some more tomatoes here. You can see these ones growing. And then these ones on this plant are a little more round. It's a different type of tomato. There we go. You can take this dead leaf off of here. A little bit of fruit happening here. And for some strange reason, a couple more on this branch over here. Also another dead piece here. Okay, get rid of that. So they are growing. And this one's a lot healthier, the stem. And you got some big tomatoes on this one. Look at them. It's got a nice start here. There's another one up there. Some flowering. So just the 3 of these bigger ones here so far. And then this plant beside it's got these. So we do have some production happening here. We got these ones here. Little flowering started. You can see that. You can see the flowering on these. No fruit yet though. But the stems are getting thicker. The oregano is over this, leaning over this one here. But it looks like these ones are a lot slower this year than last year. It actually hasn't been too warm out this year. It's been kind of a cooler summer, and that's probably the reason for the slow production. Well, just like last year, I had to make a couple tomato plants. They're small, but I don't think they were this small in August. So I don't think we're going to get too much out of these ones. And parsley. That's kind of healthy. And oregano. It's Friday, August 11th, 2023. Here's this week's balcony garden update. I got the blueberry plant. As you can see, it's got nice blueberries on it. It's been a success. They're very, very nice. And a whole bunch of red peppers here. This one here needs to be picked. You can see it's on there a little too long. They're doing pretty nice for the most part. There's a fresh one up there. We've got all these plants here. Here's a tomato plant. It's got some nice big tomatoes on it. So that's been good. The storm's like really taking its toll on these this summer. That's a really nasty, windy weather. So it has extra supports in all these plants. And here's a cherry tomato plant. You can see that one's still growing quite nicely. And the one from seed. You can see here we finally got some tomatoes on it. It's kind of nice. And here we've got some chives that are very nice. So the lemon plant keeps growing, so that's nice. That one's pretty healthy. Over on this side here, we've got these tomatoes. Got some big ones on there as well. See, those are growing. And it's another one from seed. You can see it's got some cherry tomatoes on it. This one's finally changing color. I think it's a little late for August for it to be changing color. That's kind of orange, so maybe this one's an orange plant. Or it might turn red. We'll just wait and see. It's kind of exciting there. Very exciting if it is an orange one, because look at all the tomatoes on this plant. I got some more onions over here. The celery wasn't healthy, so I've removed all that. Here we've got a couple of onions. The onions weren't a great success this year. And the cucumbers, the leaves were all bad. Those are gone, so you can see it's all been taken down. I'm gonna try and do those again next year. So here's the cucumbers again. Look at that. There's a nice picture. You can see there's one down here too. Yeah, so they're growing. That's pretty good. There we go. So the cucumbers aren't too bad here this year. Yeah, well, here's a couple of small tomato plants. You can see the weeds growing around it. I really need to clean that up. Got some nice herbs here though. What are the oregano? Let it grow. take a close look. You can see these are also with plants here, tomato plants. You can see this one's got flowers on it. We'll probably get something out of them soon. Beside it here, these two are growing. You can see this one's getting taller. It's got fruit on it. Look at the size of these tomatoes. So they should be changing color very soon. Some more like grape tomatoes here. So over here we have some potted ones. They have more space in the ground. You can see there's tomatoes on there. Should change color soon. This one's starting to change color. Look at that. Those ones aren't too bad. This one here, his leaves are all dead here. Get rid of the dead leaves. But up here we got some tomatoes. And the one beside it's also got tomatoes on it. And over here in the corner we have a cucumber growing. See that? That's a cucumber. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, only one on this plant. Well, I guess better than nothing. Over here you can see the nettings. There was a potato plant there. Not quite sure. You can see there's a bee in the photo there. Might even be able to hear it, see it. It's a pretty big bee. If you look at these tomatoes here, you can see these are starting to change color finally. Remember, we're already in August here. This has been a pretty cold summer, and there hasn't been so much great to report, which kind of sucks. And from what there was, I mean, the animals have really eaten a lot of the plants this year. So you can see a couple of them starting to change color there. And we got over here. I think the netting might have helped a little bit on these. Oh, there's that bee again. Seems to be a busy bee. Over here we have, there's a tomato plant again. Let me try and zoom in and show you. So there's a tomato growing there. This plant, you can see there's budding and there's more tomatoes here. So we get a shot of those. Yep. And then over here we have the cucumber plant. I showed you nice cucumber last time. I've already picked about 4 or 5 of them, I think. But you can see there's more growing. There's one there. So should be getting more. There's another one right there. See? So they are growing, which is pretty good. That's pretty cool. And then the new addition this year, this one is pretty wild. So here I tried planting some corn. You can see it's now over the fence level here. Remove the net on the top so it can breathe and grow. And I want to show that we've got some corn. Look at that. Oh my goodness, we got corns. There's another one. So there's 3 corns there, at least that I can see right now, which is pretty wild. As you can see, a lot of the stuff that's planted in the ground this year and over at my sister's place is really good. I've seen some pretty good progress considering the cold temperatures. It's It's really amazing what we've seen this year. It's amazing that we've got some corn, that those are growing, and let's keep an eye on everything, and hopefully we'll get more production before the end of August. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.